on, just be yourself. If people don't like it, if you're being yourself, fuck them.
It's Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
And welcome to another episode of The Noize. Kev is coming live from prison. What's going on, good sir?
That's a goddamn lie. They never catch me. Man, I went outside today and I instantly regretted every decision I made to come outside.
Satan ran up and was like, teabag ho, and ran off, didn't he?
Yeah, I got in the car and I probably got third-degree burns.
More than likely.
Because, I sat in the car and had nothing but the little tank top on and, I regret that. So,
yo, that's one thing I think cops need to understand, at least in Vegas. When you get in your car and it's like 100 and what the fuck degrees, they got to understand, no, I didn't touch my seatbelt. You see how hot it is? That's literally a weapon. That's like suicide. I'm not going to do that.
Exactly. I had to, you know how when something's hot in your hand and you're not trying to set it down, so you like throwing it in the air to cool it off. That's what I was doing with the seatbelt.
It's like the equivalent of eating something fresh out the microwave. That ha ha ha.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're out there in Vegas, man, whether you live here, whether you vacationing, stay hydrated because you will die of this shit.
Right. That's the extreme. Stay hydrated because you will die. Those are really the only two options. It's hydration or it's death.
Yeah, it's not a game out here. It's 115 for fun. It's not a game.
Bruh, I had this dude come to the job the other day. He just got in from Dubai.
Wow.
He said, This is cool. This is fine to me. He said it's hot for you guys, but we do 125. And I'm like, bro, you cook food on 125. If you want to keep some shit hot, you put it in the oven and you put that bitch on 125 and you just let it, you let it do its thing.
Right. You know what's crazy? I was just telling my aunt this last night. Dubai is one of the fifth places that I like to visit. Until you said 125, I just checked them off my list. I don't care. I'm not going.
I never had Dubai in my sights until I saw that they had a Uber helicopter. And then when I was in grad school, the homie Jessie, she's from Dubai. And she was like, yeah, y'all definitely got to come to Dubai. We're going to party. We're going to rave. We're going to do the whole nine. I'm like, I'm with that. When's a good time to come? Like, what about the summer? Because, I'm just completely gone from understanding all this international shit. Because the furthest I've gone was New York. That's the sad shit. But
right.
So I'm completely unfamiliar with international travel. And she was like, the summer? Fuck no. I don't want to be there in the summer. Nah. And I'm like, that sounds like some Vegas shit. And then when she finally told me why, and I'm like, why y'all have that much sun, though? Why is there that much sun in Dubai?
Ain't no shade. They ain't got no trees. Nothing.
None.
Yeah. So if we were to go to Dubai, it'd have to be in the wintertime, the lowest temperature they got. Maybe we can get them at about 112 or something like that.
Something that feels normal to us.
Right.
Yo, you know what's so crazy about that, though? Is it technically a stereotype if the shit becomes true? Because people will always say, like, cats overseas, the whole nine, they'll have like lions and tigers and shit as pets. She legit she got a lion for her birthday.
Seriously?
Yeah, when I was actually down there in San Francisco, one of her birthdays, her cousin sent her a video of him playing with a whole ass lion. Well, it was a baby lion, but it was a whole ass lion. Talking about some happy birthday.
That's dope.
I mean, that's cool, but like, he ain't gonna get mad one day because even, Siegfried and Roy found out that they lions get pissed off. So,
well, it's just funny you say that. I was actually I watch a lot of the Animal Planet, and I was watching something the other night where they said if you raise them like from babies, basically, the mothers they remember that. They remember that. So when they do, it was one guy basically. He raised a bunch of lions. He released them off in the wild. Then he came back and he's playing soccer with these fucking lions, and they not mauling him or anything. And I'm like, what type of witchcraft is he doing to tame these lions in the wild? And it was just explaining that he had raised them and they remember that. So they don't see that he's a human. They accept him as one of the animals. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm finna go play in the lion enclosure at all.
Right.
But
not about to go in there and play no goddamn fetch with Mufasa. Nah, you miss me with that shit.
Exactly. But it will be dope to have a lion. That'd be dope.
That'd be dope to have, but again, when I catch that lion on a bad day, that's a bad day for both of y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
be a part of that. I don't want no parts of that whatsoever. I'm cool with this whole thing that we call living. And the last thing I need is a pissed off lion, because you can't just smack a lion on the head like you do with a dog. Like, hey man, quit humping my leg like a dot. You may have to take that lion rape if it happens.
You know, it'd be cool to. I'm the type of person, I would have a lion and then try to reenact the New Jack City scene when, you know, with the robot, but with my lion. I would do that. That'd be me. It'd be dope to have a lion.
Yeah,
lion,
but
that'd be dope.
hey, bro, I also just realized why I'm not going to Dubai. We're just having this lion conversation. So if niggas just got lions as pets in Dubai, what do you do when you walk in and then boom, it's like Jungle Book and you don't know what else to do? Like, think about it. When you walk into a house, somebody got like a nice ass dog, you be like, hey, you know, you pet the dog, you know, play with it for a little bit. I'm not playing with no fucking lion. That's not happening.
I'm pretty sure they got them in the back or something.
What back? What backyard do you have for a lion?
well, the desert. They got them out there. You know, kind of think of it. Why the fuck is a lion in the desert anyway?
Because it's Dubai. They got it like that. No, you know what? She also showed me that somebody had a pet gorilla.
Oh, fuck that.
Bruh, they are far past rabbits and turtles, bruh. They got pet gorillas. Like, she showed me this shit. This nigga was just chilling in the back of a van like we on the way to the house, or what we doing?
They taking that exotic animal shit to a whole nother level.
To a completely different level. Again, what happens on the days that these animals are pissed off? Because how do you chill out a gorilla? Like, hey, relax. I don't think he's gonna chill.
See, and as weird as this may sound, I'd rather deal with a pissed off lion than a pissed off gorilla.
Nope. Now that I said the Los. That gorilla, he could hit me once and knock me out and then just beat me to death while I'm in a coma. Lion, you gonna know what's going on unless he goes directly for your face. He goes for your neck first and let you bleed out and die that way.
I feel like I got a better chance with the lion than I do gorilla.
How? Explain that to me. Let us hear. Ear hustlers, y'all listen up. Grab your popcorn. How are you going to survive a lion over a gorilla?
That's just me. Maybe because I watch a lot of TV on these documentaries, and I pick up little shit to where I would feel more comfortable.
That you could finesse a lion?
Yeah. I feel like I could. But a gorilla, well, put it this way: if let's say I can get to like a pack of hot dogs or something like that, and I can kind of distract the lion to hopefully get the hot dogs. But a gorilla,
bro, I don't think an 8-pack of Oscar Mayer is gonna stop a lion like that. Fuck them little pieces. I want you, nigga. I'm trying to be full.
Listen, if I got him, all I need is him to be distracted for 5 seconds. 5 seconds, all I need. With a gorilla, you can't do nothing. A gorilla is basically a person just completely dumbed down. And a gorilla is basically Superman with no conscience. I'm good.
So what the fuck does that make a lion?
I don't want none of problems.
Bruh, and
angry ass cat.
I just had to Google this. Lions can go 50 miles per hour in a short burst. As soon as he realized you played him with this 8-pack of Franks, he gonna be like, "Oh, bitch ass nigga, now I'm going after you. Now I want your tall ass."
See, this where you're wrong. A male lion is very, 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 very lazy. See, female lion is where now I'd be like, okay,
you know
maybe
what?
I got an issue.
You know what's funny about that? All the videos that I see of lion fucking things up, they're all males.
Well, yeah, because the males look more ferocious when they do it. Now, when a male does fuck some shit up, yeah, it's an issue. But a lot of the times the males be lazy. So, I don't know. Either way, it'll be cool to have a lion as a pet. I'm not having no gorilla as a pet. Y'all can keep that.
Kev, you're not finessing a lion. Can we just agree on that?
Hey,
you're not about to outwit a fucking lion.
Anything is possible,
dude. So you telling me because you saw Deep Blue Sea, you gonna be out here finessing sharks when it's that time?
Listen, that's different.
Because you synced it on the movie how you can get on the back of a shark. So
that's different. That was a fake ass movie. You know they're making a second one.
I heard that. Why though?
I don't know. I see it's a lot of movies that I noticed that they're coming out with second ones, and I don't understand why. Especially that one. That movie was awful when it came out. Why make a second one?
Hey, Deep Blue Sea wasn't that bad. The CGI was horrible, but you know what? That's probably why they're making a second one. They're like, yo, we got it right with the CGI this time.
Maybe you're right with that one. I understand what they were trying to do is just, I don't know. When I see like animal or movies where it's about an animal tearing shit up, it's I don't know. It just goes left for me. Speaking of bad movies, the other night, and I know we'll go on with the rest of the show, but the other night I was bored, so I was watching, just skimming through the channels, and that movie, what is it? Gods of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
That came on. So I was like, you know what? Let me get past the fact that these people have casted completely white people to play people in
Gods
Egypt.
of Egypt, right.
Right. Let me get past that. Maybe, just maybe, the movie is actually decent if you can get past that. Brother.
No, sir.
When I tell you this was the worst movie I've ever seen to date.
Yeah, the fact that you whitewash a movie and then it still be boring, like now we have multiple reasons to hate it.
Listen, that movie was awful. I got to about 15 minutes into the movie, and then I started watching YouTube videos till I fell asleep. That was by far the worst movie I've ever seen to date. And I seen The Village when it came out.
Nah, let me tell you right now, the worst movie ever, the one movie that has yet to be topped, is The Son of the Mask.
I didn't see that one, thankfully.
First of all, the movie was so bad. Even if the movie was good, I probably would have still ended this way. But the movie was so bad that the girl I was dating at the time, I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's find something else to do with this time. I'm not watching this piece of shit ass movie.
Right. Let's skip the Netflix and chill part. Let's just get straight to action.
Let's get straight to this motion. No, this was at the theater.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, this was Reckless Los. But who wrote this? And again, like we said on the last episode, it touched so many hands before it made it to the theater. Nobody was like, hey, bruh, fire me,
right.
But this is a bad idea.
Right, this ain't it.
This is not it. Y'all want to follow Jim Carrey shit with this? And with Jamie Kennedy? Stop it. Stop it.
Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I never seen Son of the Mask, but don't see Gods of Egypt. That's all I'm saying. Don't see it. Don't waste your time. I wasted 15 minutes. I really could have been doing anything with that.
Son of the Mask is definitely worse than Gods of Egypt.
We're gonna have to do a top 5. We're gonna have to get Jay Lyons on the show one day and do top 5 worst movies ever.
Oh nah, see that's you gotta do a top 10 because there's some shit that qualify, boy. We done wasted enough of their time with our random ass conversation. So let's get to the week. It has been a boring ass week.
Yep. It truly has.
There has been some sparks of interest. I guess we got to go to the main one that shut social media down for 48 to 72 hours. The presentation.
The debut
of the Carter twins. So, of course, everybody know Beyonce had her twins. And she tweeted out a photo, of course, of her back in the live Snapchat filter of Sir Carter and Rummy 1 month today. And I could be saying Rummy name wrong. It could be Rumi. Who knows? First of all, congratulations to them. They've been catching W's all year.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely have been killing it.
Like, it's crazy to have a situation. Everybody's in your shit. Everybody's in your business, and you still turn it into a $1 billion relationship.
Mm-hmm. It's still a positive, and you'd be a fool to try to hate on that.
You'd be a fool. And if you do hate on it, it's only because you don't have it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I thought the picture was beautiful.
The picture was beautiful, definitely.
I thought it was beautiful. My only question is, because I can't really tell with the names, is it a boy and a girl or what?
Let me actually find that out right now while I got this pulled up.
I would think Sir Carter would be
the twins.
Name.
The twins are a boy and a girl, confirmed by Beyonce's mama.
Okay.
Where are they getting these fucking names? Well, I guess when you're worth $1 billion, you can name your kid whatever the fuck you want to.
Oh, hell yeah.
And when you're passing down a piece of art that goes up by the million every year,
listen,
I can name my kid Boudreaux, and y'all can't say shit to me.
I don't even think you got to be a billionaire to name a kid. I think if you got 10 million plus,
mm-hmm.
and I'm not talking about you got it and it's saved and that's all you got. I'm talking about if you got 10 million plus and then you still making millions, you can name your kid anything. You can name your kid anything. Like some of these names that celebrities name their kids. If you ever Google what celebrities name their kids, you can just tell they got money.
Bruh, based off of Michael Jackson's kids alone, that lets you know you can name your kid whatever the fuck you want to when you got it.
He named his kid Blanket.
That was his kid's nickname.
I don't care. Your name is Blanket. People know you as Blanket. I'm fuck it. I'm naming if I become a millionaire, when I get to my movie, Marvel's gonna hire me, goddammit. I'm gonna be in a Marvel movie one day. And when I become this successful actor and I have money, if I was to have another kid, I'm naming him Handkerchief. Fuck it.
Hey, but you know what? Handkerchief probably gonna be like one of the coldest rappers out there.
I'm naming him Handkerchief.
Cleaning up all this bullshit in the game.
I think that as well. But no, congratulations to them, man. They like you said, they've had a fantastic year, and I'm sure they're happy. They got twins, like Jay said in that signing track. You know, if he had a boy and a girl, that's what he got. So I'm interested to see. I
think he knew from jump that he was having a boy and a girl, and he just wanted. Oh yeah, because she was pretty pregnant when that song came out. So I'm pretty sure they were at the place to where they can identify the sex of the babies were. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure it was, if he knew, then it's like when he spits it, it kind of sounds like he just spoken into existence. You know what I mean? Right. Like it was just clever wordplay. My one thing that I want to talk a little shit about before we get on to the next subject, it's so funny how women were complaining every day of the football season because of conversations about team stuff like that, talking about y'all not even on the team, y'all over here fighting over teams, yada yada yada. None of y'all are a Nose Carter. Not one of y'all.
You could not tell them that.
Not one of y'all is a Nose Carter, and yet that's all we saw for 72 hours. At least with football, we saw action. We're talking about a fucking photo.
Mm-hmm. You can't tell them that they're not part of Beyonce's family. They a sister, cousin, shit, auntie twice removed. They something. They related to her.
And they take
somehow.
it so personally when you bring that kind of shit up. Like, again, at least there's action in football. There's action in basketball. There's action in sports in general. The fact that we're sharing this photo 30,000 times, we're going to see it. It's going to be online. And now people are doing... I hate when people take popular photos and now all of a sudden there has to be a challenge behind it.
Yeah, I hate that too. But I did, speaking of her photos, I did see that. Didn't she break her own record? Like, I think the one with the twins was the most liked or shared. It was the most something. Like, it hit a lot of shares or likes. I can't remember which one it was, but it broke her own record for one of her previous pictures.
I can imagine. Dude, I ain't going to lie. As far as their relationship personally, I can't speak on it because that's the kind of, we get what we're given. But as far as their business relationship, that's exactly what I want going forward.
Right, I get what you're saying. I want to be in a position to where you didn't see that bill and damn near shit yourself because it said 12,000.
Like as soon as you see the bill, you got to put it down on the ground like somebody just told you a secret, like it was a titty picture or something. Like, oh wait a minute.
Somebody sent you news or something. You're trying to hide. You get there pondering, how the fuck we gonna get out of here, all of us at one time?
You trying to figure out, you casing the place. There's a door back there, but that got an alarm on it.
Right, it's 2 exits. That one might be locked. Damn. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I want to be in that position too, where you cannot think about it. You know what I mean? And go about the rest of your day.
Yeah, just do your thing. Like just knowing that they're in that kind of position, it should be inspiring for everybody because that shows that it's attainable. Mm-hmm. Like anything is possible considering the work that you put in. Because the fact that everybody's talking about their twins again, like their Nose Carters, anything is possible.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely. The only issue that I have with some of the women when it comes to Jay-Z and Beyonce is they see what she's given, and they try to put those standards on regular people. Mm. Don't expect me to buy $1 million ring. I ain't got $1 million. Hell, I ain't got 25 cents. You can't get one out of the little machine, in the casino. No.
Better take this goddamn ring pop and be happy.
Exactly. And you better not eat the ring pop too fast because there's not another one.
Yeah, nah. So, if there is an expectation for somebody to be treated like Beyonce, if y'all ain't got Nose Carter money, don't expect Sean Carter treatment from Dwayne. Well, let me not say Dwayne because we have a Dwayne. Sean Carter treatment from a Dijon.
from a Terrence.
From a Terrence.
Does not have that kind of money.
Terrence is not about to cash you out. Terrence is about to go see his side chick right now.
Exactly.
In your car. Don't expect that shit. Just don't. I can't wait to hear the sexist comments behind that. But yeah.
Well, big shout out to J and B. Like you said, man, they've had a great year, so we'll see what happens, man. I bet you they're gonna disappear for a little bit, about as much as Jay-Z and Beyonce can disappear.
Nah.
And then out of nowhere, we're just gonna get a lot of music. I think that's gonna be the next move.
Bro, we got a J tour. The J tour
you're right.
The Jay-Z 444 tour is coming swiftly.
You're absolutely right. I did forget about that. You're absolutely right. Well, B will disappear about as much as she could.
Oh yeah, she about to go completely off, and then she's gonna come back with a fire album.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting into some not so great news, just when you think DMX is bouncing back.
What these bitches want from a nigga.
Nigga, now it's what the government want from him. These bitches are the least of his concerns at this moment. And it's not funny. I don't know why I'm even chuckling for it. Because I feel for dude. Like, I feel like we watched his rise and fall.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the fall has hurt.
I agree with you on that. I agree. This dude's been in and out of rehab, in and out of jail. I mean, at this point, he in and out of jail so much, they got to know him by first, middle, and last.
Oh, yeah, they call him Earl every time we walk in. He's just Earl.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he has to have his own cell just chilling, waiting for him. I mean, I hope with this situation he can get it cleared up because he's looking at a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, just to catch everybody up, DMX, he was released from jail this past Friday on a $500,000 bond, and he pleaded not guilty to 14 counts of tax evasion. That's the one thing that they get all black celebrities on is tax evasion. I don't know what it is about taxes and black celebrities. We just don't pay them shits.
No, you know what I'm learning is when celebrities get paid, they assume it's like a regular paycheck and taxes for the government is already taken out, and it's not. You have to kind of do that manually. You know what I mean? Or they get so tied up in whatever they got going on that when it comes time to do these taxes, they don't do them. They don't hire somebody to do them or whatever the case is. And then you look up and you got 14 counts of tax evasion.
Kind of speaking on this issue a little more, he turned himself in Thursday, so at least it was just like an overnight jaunt. And he was actually accused of conducting a multi-year scheme to avoid paying $1.7 million in taxes. Now, I don't know if y'all actually took the time to Google DMX's net worth. He's like one of 3 celebrities with a negative net worth, and it's a hell of a negative net worth.
Wait, you're shitting me. He has a negative net worth?
Oh, yeah, let me pull it up right now, because I remember when I saw it, and I was like, damn, D, no.
I've never seen a negative net worth in my life.
Because he owns so much goddamn money. Hold on, I'm about to pull it up right now. It's on This is from CelebrityNetWorth.com. DMX is negative $10 million.
Oh my gosh. I've never seen a negative before. And you know what's crazy? DMX, like, the amount of music he's put out, the shows.
Oh, and according to, my bad, I just want to get a little more reputable media outlet, the Gazette. They are also reporting that he is negative $10 million, and this is back in August of last year. This
crazy to me, man. DMX about to do some time. I hope he doesn't get 44 years because that pretty much means he's gonna die in jail. I don't want that, but I think he's gonna get some time. But it's funny to me how they said that he was conspiring not to pay.
Yeah, because what the IRS, what they're actually accusing him of is providing false information on bankruptcy forms as well as using other people's bank accounts to stash the money. And he's looking at 44 years, bro. DMX is 46 years old.
That puts him at, 90, right?
Yeah. And that's if that, because his body is still recovering from all them goddamn drugs.
You know what? When you broke down what they're accusing him of, man, it's sad to say, but I don't put it past him.
Unfortunately.
Like, I don't put it past him as far as lying on bankruptcy stuff, and I don't put it past him. And it's sad because we're fans of his music.
Right.
You know what I mean? We grew up to his music, and we've seen him rock out shows, countless summer jams, different concerts. And it's like, where did all this money go?
That lets you know, I mean, in the words of the late Rick James, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Now, do you think he blew all his money on drugs?
I don't think he blew his money on drugs. He probably blew a good portion. He probably blew a fantastic portion now to make us all kind of sit back like, nigga, I've never had that kind of money in life. And you blew that all on drugs. But I do think that he poorly managed his money because he didn't trust anybody. So I strongly doubt he had a solid accountant. You see that's what led to his divorce. He didn't even trust his fucking wife, even though he was the one out doing the dirt. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So he was a very, sheltered dude. He really didn't want to, fuck with anybody like that. So he probably didn't know proper money management. And these are the results of the actions.
That's wild to me, man.
And then when you owe money, and the fact that when you owe money to the government and you're stashing it in other bank accounts, bro, you're committing fraud.
Yeah, they're gonna find out. The IRS do not play money that's owed to them.
Bro, IRS would have found Osama bin Laden 2 years prior than we did.
Right. Let Osama have owed the IRS some money. Shit.
Like, y'all niggas taking too long. It's time to get this guapo.
Man, but I really, again, I think he's probably going to do some time. I just hope it's not no 44 years.
Yeah, because, again,
that seems a bit excessive, though. Like, it's people out there who have murdered people, and they're not doing 44 years.
Right, they're doing 16, 17 years for manslaughter. There's cops out here that murder people that ain't even seen a day in jail.
Exactly. I've seen people do worse than what he's doing, and they're getting a lot less time.
But you got to remember, bro, this is the U.S. government. You finesse the country out what's rightfully theirs, quote unquote, we going to get you. We're going to make sure you never do it again.
Yeah, that's wild. But yeah, prayers up for DMX, man.
Definitely.
I hope he can get this situation taken care of.
You know what's so wild? He got out, I think he said Friday. I'm sorry. He got out Friday. He had a show today in New York.
Wow.
Today being Saturday, I forgot. The people gonna hear this on Sunday.
We need to do for DMX like they did for Nelly. Remember last year when it was like Nelly was having tax issues, and then Hot in Here got streamed so many times that it paid for his that tax situation. Remember that?
Dude, DMX's albums are still streaming just fine. It's not enough to help DMX. He doesn't own any of his masters. He don't own any of that.
Wow. So he needs to change his name and then kind of start over. Wow, man. Prayers up for DMX. I hope he don't go out like this.
That's definitely the hope, but I don't see how you're going to kick back that 1.7 mil.
I don't know. Maybe he can borrow. Maybe he can start selling dope again.
Are you loaning DMX $1.7 million knowing what he's been doing with his money?
Listen,
I'll be like, hey man, give me the confirmation code. I'll call in and I'll pay on your behalf, but I ain't giving you this money.
Listen, I ain't loaning DMX a bottle of ketchup. I'm not his friend. I don't know him. I'm saying maybe some of his friends can help him out. They can pitch in or something. But yeah, 44 years is a lot of time, man.
Especially for a 46-year-old drug addict or recovering drug addict. Let me not slander his name like that. But that's just one of the scary things, because you can do drugs for so long and then be off for like 20 years. The damage to your body's already done.
Absolutely. So hopefully he can stay clean. Hopefully he can get this bread. Because it's not looking good for Dark Man X there.
Somebody needs to call Chance and be like, hey, man, that check that y'all gave SoundCloud, can you give that to
Hey, listen,
can you give that to D?
At this point, I think Chance need to stop rapping and just run for president.
Might as well. He's already done more in his year of major popularity than Trump has done since he's been in office.
That man is on fire right now.
He's doing great. He's like the shining example of black excellence, because everything he's doing has been directly connected to black people. Even with SoundCloud, we make jokes about SoundCloud artists all day, but he literally saved the platform that allowed artists to get their music out without dealing with any major labels. You got to applaud that man. And that's if it's true. I haven't seen anything super confirming. It could be confirmed, and I just haven't seen it myself. But if it's true, that man's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm not a big fan of his music or anything like that. I don't listen to it. I'm not looking for Chance's music. But as a person, I rock with him all day. Floyd and McGregor, how you feel about that?
All right,
so you feel how I feel.
Now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. I gotta start from jump to get to where we are today. Now, when I first heard about the fight, I thought it'd be interesting because you had a young knockout artist from MMA who's actually trained in boxing stepping into the ring with one of the most untouchable boxer to ever step foot inside of a boxing ring. Mm-hmm. I thought that was going to at least set up for a decent fight. Fast forward, we finally got the fight. I'm even more excited for it. But even though I realize there's no way Mayweather's going to lose. And I remember I said there's a possibility, but now I'm like, Mayweather's not going to lose. I see McGregor's sparring, and I'm like, this isn't even going to be a good fight. I've had to accept that this is purely a money and conversational fight.
Oh yeah, this is a money grab for sure.
Think about the promos we used to see back in the day, with Tyson and Lennox Lewis or Prince Naseem Hamed or whatever scrub he was fighting at the time. Like, you didn't have the pageantry that we have now when it comes down to selling this fight. Like, it is literally all wrestling style.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I agree with you on everything. As someone that is currently, I train in boxing a couple of days out of the week currently. And I'm a huge fan of the sport, always have been. I think this is kind of a mockery of the sport. We get a guy who's coming out of retirement to fight a guy who's not even in the sport. You know what I mean? Just to kind of make a statement and grab some money. It's so many other fighters who is way more deserving to get a piece of Floyd, if you will, than McGregor.
But we've known from jump, Floyd's about the purse.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have, and I knew if the money was right, then he would be doing it. But just as someone who respects the sport, it's just going to become a mockery. Because, like I said, it's not going to be a good fight
At all.
He's not going to be able. McGregor is not going to be able to land any meaningful punch on Floyd whatsoever. You know what I mean? And I haven't seen all of Floyd fights. I've never seen him really put nobody on the canvas besides Victor Ortiz, but that was even sketchy. You know what I mean?
No, I saw some of Floyd's earlier fights. He was nice with the knockouts. His knockouts didn't really start disappearing until like fight 26, 27. That's when he kind of stopped going in head first like he used to.
Okay. Well, and I think he's going to do that with this one for sure. I mean, McGregor, he hits hard. I'm not taking anything away from him. So I think it's going to be one of those where Floyd, he may get in there and let McGregor hit him a couple of times. You know what I mean? Just to make the fight seemingly entertaining. But I honestly think this fight is going to be worse than when he fought Pacquiao. I think it's going to be worse than that. It's going to be a fight that goes the distance. And me personally, I don't think Mayweather has anything to gain. Well, I mean, he has something to gain with the purse, of course. That bag, he got something to gain. But outside of that, he has nothing to gain. To me, McGregor is winning. Put it this way. If McGregor loses, they can be like, oh, you couldn't beat Floyd. Well, Floyd can't be touched, so okay. If McGregor wins, oh, you beat Floyd. You know, he kind of McGregor is the winner to me in this one. He's not taking a loss. Even if he loses, he's not taking a loss.
Now with McGregor, and we're going to get to the reason why we were bringing them up as well, because we got to have this dumbass conversation. On Floyd's side, you want to be 50-0 at that, so you're trying to round it out. You want to, that's a hell of a feat. That's something that hasn't been done, that we haven't seen. At least we haven't seen. I don't know if it's haven't been done, but we haven't seen it at least. And if you lose, they're going to say it took an MMA guy to beat Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd Mayweather was still beat by somebody who didn't practice boxing through in and throughout the way you did. And also, one thing that scares me about Floyd has a weak chin. He can't take a punch, which is why when you do punch him, he instantly turns into younger Floyd and is like, okay, now I got to knock you out. Because as soon as you hit him, he'll box with you. He'll stop, he'll stop fighting defensively and he'll go offensively. And then you realize he's one of the greatest strikers to ever lace up the gloves as well. But as far as his chin, with that power that McGregor got, if he lands a good one to stagger Floyd, McGregor can hit him with some combinations and then it can go bad from there. But Floyd's not going to allow that because he sees McGregor. He knows what McGregor's doing, and Floyd has stayed in amazing shape since he's retired. On the other end, with McGregor, you are officially the biggest shit talker in combat sports, period. Whether predetermined or true physicality, you are the biggest shit talker in combat sports. You can't come into the boxing ring, start all of this shit, make yourself look like a racist, and again, we'll get to that. Call this man a bitch, call him out about his reading and his literacy, and you can't do all that and then go in there and lose, because now no one's really going to take your shit talking, serious. Because it's like you got beat by a dude that didn't even have to kick you. You got beat by a dude that just hit you with combinations and had you, backtracking. They absolutely have to win no matter what. Somebody's going to catch a true perception altering L.
I will say that. Whoever loses, their mindset will be changed, and it may be changed for the long haul. I will say that. I just don't see a win really for Mayweather outside of the bag, and the bag is enough. That's a win enough. I just don't see a major win.
Bro, for what they're getting paid, I go in there and slap box. I don't care. I don't care if I piss off everybody in T-Mobile Arena. I will go in there and slap box this nigga for 12 rounds for the purse they getting.
Absolutely. But speaking of McGregor, since we do got to have this conversation, him being the biggest shit talker, I some of his shit talking, man, I didn't feel comfortable with.
So a lot of his shit talking came at the wrong time.
It came at the wrong time. It's only one thing that I don't feel comfortable with, and that's being called boy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whether people trying to make the argument, well, he's not from America, so he doesn't understand. Me personally, I feel like he's been in America enough to understand that. You know what I mean? Everybody has a TV. Everybody, even if they don't watch the news, they hear what's going on somehow, some way. Even if you got social media, you know what's going on in the news. Right. So you know racism is still alive and prevalent in America. And me personally, even though I don't think McGregor is a racist, I don't feel comfortable with being called boy. Not only by a white person, by anybody. Just don't call me boy. You know what I mean? And like you said, it came at the wrong time. I think Floyd handled it the right way because he could have went off the deep end once he said that. I think if it were me, I probably would have. It would have turned into fuck entertainment, fuck this boxing shit. Don't call me boy. It would have turned into something different had it been me. So I do applaud him for that. The only thing that makes it worse for McGregor with me is he doubled down by saying the monkey or the flying monkey,
dancing monkeys.
Yeah, the dancing monkey thing. You know what I mean? So it makes it really hard to defend McGregor, even though I don't think he's a racist. I don't think he hates black people or dislikes black people. I just think that he has a very poor choice of words, and to a certain extent, he must know the detriment of his words because when he said the boy comment, he immediately tried to switch up and say son. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it.
Even though I don't agree with the statement he made, and I did take offense to it, I took offense to it in the sense of it was a problematic statement more than it was a racist statement. Because one, like you said, I don't think McGregor is racist, but it was a problematic statement because of the time that we're in right now. McGregor has called a few people boy when it comes down to the promo game because, you know, that's just how he feel like that's how he belittles people. And yeah, I think he did catch on to like when he said dance for me boy and the crowd was like, ooh, he was like, oh, dance for me son. You know what I mean? And then the dancing monkey things, he said that about a few people. You can catch a couple of interviews where he says that people are dancing monkeys or flying monkeys and stuff like that. And he wasn't talking about black people. But again, these are problematic statements that you're making during the wrong time in American history. That he should have known better for. And that's where I was offended because I felt like he didn't have the presence of mind to truly look at where we are as black Americans. You know, when we're fighting to, you know, to step away from those kind of monikers, and you're Irish, or you're like the white of the white. That's where white was birthed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like that you're really the wrong guy to be saying some shit like that. So I didn't like it because it was problematic, but I don't think it was racist whatsoever. And Dwayne actually posed a really good question, and I'm sure he's still having a Facebook battle about it right now. If him saying that makes him racist, we now switch to Floyd calling him a faggot. So does that make Floyd or forget if we're talking to gods, does that make Floyd, you got it? Does that make Floyd a homophobic person? Does that mean he has issues with gay people?
I don't think Floyd does, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. This is why I said I don't think McGregor is a racist. This is why I truly don't believe he's a racist, but I get exactly what you're saying. And with that word, I mean, even growing up, I mean, granted the culture has changed. Mm-hmm. Growing up, did I use that word joking with my friends? Yes. Have I? I didn't know too many gay people and never got into it with gay people, so that word never flew out when addressing a gay
I don't think I've
person.
Ever, even having an argument with a homosexual person, I don't think I've ever called him a faggot.
Yeah, I've never done that. But joking with my friends or something like that, I'd be like, man, quit being a fag or whatever the case is. And I don't mean it in a homosexual term. It's in a, you know, I mean, it's in a different term.
Right.
But we're in a different time now. So just like McGregor has to be in the space mindset to not use that word, Floyd does too.
Oh, yeah.
And Floyd, I think, probably has to be even in a little bit more of a mindset because you're Floyd. People already want to have a reason to hate you.
And
They're hoping McGregor knocks you out.
Oh, yeah, and I was going to get to that, too, when it comes down to McGregor. Every press conference that they had, this is the most cheers Conor McGregor has ever gotten. Normally, McGregor's the one that they're banking get knocked the fuck off.
Exactly.
But that's crazy. But I think the only reason, I know the only reason that Floyd is more hated is because of the color of his skin and he's that good.
I don't even want to say because of the color of his skin.
No, I mean, but look at the situation. Like, and hear me out on this really quick, and then I'll definitely listen to what you got to say. Conor McGregor, no, hands down, is the white Floyd Mayweather. When it comes down to shit talking and when it comes down to work inside the octagon, he's the white Floyd Mayweather. Why do y'all hate Mayweather more than you hate McGregor?
Right now, I think in this sense is they've always hated Floyd. So it's not that we like McGregor more than we hate Floyd. Think about it. Everybody that the last 5 to 6 fights Floyd have had, everybody's hoping Floyd gets knocked out. McGregor is just right. McGregor is just another person to fill that void. Hell, if you were fighting Floyd, people are gonna be cheering for you, and they don't know you because they want Floyd knocked out that bad. And I don't think they hate Floyd. Do I think people hate Floyd because of the color of his skin? Yes, there are definitely some people out there. But I don't think they hate him for that. I think they hate him personally because he talks shit, he get in that ring and back it up, and then he tells you how much money he has. He goes out and spend his money, and he does it all over again. And I hate that. I
don't think the cardinal reason they're just up like he's a nigger with money and talent. I don't think that's why they're doing it. But it's kind of like the conversation that we had that every person outside of the black race has a little bit of racism in them, even if it's hidden. I felt like the determining factor of him just automatically be seen as the bad guy is the fact that he's black. Like I'm gonna go back with this. So if this is considered a reach, let me know and I'll definitely drop it. But it's just like that 30 for 30 that just came out, Best of Enemies, about the Lakers versus the Boston Celtics. Even though it wasn't spoken on. It was Magic versus Bird. It was the Celtics versus the Lakers. And quietly, it was white versus black.
Okay.
Because you had
to... I can get you with that one in that time. Now, granted, I'm not saying that times are so much different that racism isn't here, but in that time, that's the 70s, that's the 80s. And if you look at it, it's the mid-70s, early 80s. We just coming... Martin Luther King ain't been there in 10 years yet, so it's still very much tense there. So I think that's a little bit of a reach. You
don't think it's just as tense now, maybe even worse?
No, I don't. Not with this one because in this point, we didn't even know if this fight was truly going to happen for a long time. It was just this super fight may or may not happen, whatever the case is. I don't think the determining factor is a white and black thing, or we cheering on McGregor because he's white and Floyd is black. No, I think we've always not liked Floyd, and McGregor is just the next person to try to knock him down. I honestly believe if the next person to fight Floyd was black and doing the same exact things, they would cheer for the other person too.
Nah, they didn't, because Floyd's 49th fight, the scrub that he fought, they booed both of them because they knew what the fucking fight was about to be. They were like, this is just a money fight for both of them. Floyd, when he gets booed, when it's, because when he just started fighting a whole bunch of Hispanics, when he gets booed, it's because of the shit talking. In this situation that you have somebody who talks the equal amount of shit, and actually, going back to Conor, he's talking this amount of shit early in his career. Floyd Mayweather didn't become Money Mayweather until he was like 30 fights in and realized, you know what? I'm pretty fucking good at this. And then he started becoming the most hated athlete in the game.
But we also got to look deeper than that, because I honestly don't believe he did a fight and then one day he woke up the next day and was like, oh, I'm finna start talking shit. It probably was a deeper reason. Maybe, now, again, I didn't follow Mayweather's career like that, but just hear me out. Maybe somebody was talking shit, he had a fight, and he decided that, you know what? They want to boo me after I was talking this shit, so I'm going to go ahead and talk shit from this point forward.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure
he took on that moniker. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he took on that moniker because there was an underlying reason. With McGregor, to me, it's like he woke up one day from jump and decided he's going to talk shit. To me, I see McGregor's strategy. He talks enough shit to his opponents and gets in their head before the fight even jumps. It's kind of like the Mike Tyson approach.
No, I feel that. But, I mean, just kind of going back to the point I was making, I don't think that race is the above all, it's the trump card. I don't think it's the highest spade whatsoever in the deck. I'm just saying, coming down to this fight, it shouldn't. It's not necessarily about the amount of shit that got talked between the two throughout their career. Because again, they both talk the exact same amount of shit. I personally think Conor McGregor talks the most about the shit, and honestly, I think Conor McGregor is the most disrespectful out of the two. But he's the one that's getting seen as the great white hope. You know what I mean?
I get 100% in what you're saying, but again, maybe the underlying factor is not the talking shit. Then maybe the underlying factor is people really hate how much money Floyd got in the way he does it, because he's very maybe it's the cockiness. Maybe it's not the talking shit, because I think if you're competitive, you're gonna talk shit. I do it when I'm playing sports. If I'm playing sports and you do something, if I'm out there hooping and you do something and you look at me sideways, when I come back, I'm gonna bust your ass and talk shit, and I'm gonna be disrespectful to a certain extent. I'm not gonna call you a bitch or nothing like that, but I'm gonna talk shit. You know what I mean? And that's just part of the sport. Maybe people hate Floyd because of how cocky he is.
Definitely.
The fact that he can say he's gonna get in this ring and do certain things, and he does it, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right, but think about the argument. Think about the argument of that happens when it comes down to Floyd Mayweather. You don't hear black people saying, "Oh, Floyd's too cocky. I hope he gets his ass kicked. He's got it." Black people love it. We think it's great. We always root for Floyd. Only people if you really look at the people that complain about Floyd Mayweather being cocky, it's the fat dude with no neck that's on Fox Sports, and the rest of them is all white people.
Well,
they're the only ones that have an issue, and that's outside of Fox Sports. That's the only time you hear people complaining about Floyd Mayweather being too cocky. 9 times out of 10, they're white or they're Hispanic, because he beats up a lot of Hispanics too.
Well, yeah, I mean, with Hispanics, the Hispanics like him until he's fighting another Hispanic.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I hear exactly what you're saying, and you make very good points. I just don't think the underlying factor with this one is a white and black thing. I think they just feel McGregor is the
I don't think it's
best person.
I don't think it's an underlining factor. I don't think it's an underlining factor. I think it's just something that helped sway the decision. I think it was like you put that accent on your food. You don't know what the fuck accent tastes like, but you know it make food taste better. I think race has been an accent on this fight.
I can go with you with that one. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
I'm not I'm not an everything is black and white guy, but it's something I was truly thinking about. What makes people cheer for the more disrespectful guy over the cocky guy who's proven his worth in 49 fights as being the greatest? You know what I'm saying? That's true. I mean, and we would definitely have to, if we really, really wanted to get to root, we have to dive in deeper, because we could also argue that maybe the majority of the people cheering for McGregor are MMA fans that think boxing is dead, that think boxing is pointless. I hear a lot of the guys that, like, when I go to the gym and they're MMA fighters, they understand that they have to know how to box in a sense to do MMA, but they think boxing as a sport is dead and it's about MMA and so on and so forth. Now that's definitely some bullshit. Boxing is for sure still the biggest combat sport, because if MMA was any bigger, then the purse would be bigger for fighters. I agree with you. As a boxer, I don't think the sport is dead at all. But I'm just saying we could really dive in deeper onto why people are cheering more for McGregor than they are for Mayweather. Either way, I think Mayweather is going to watch this dude. He's going to get the bag and go party that night. Vegas is going to be turned. Vegas is about to be lit. Imagine what a Mayweather win number 50 party about to be. Oh, yeah, like I said, it's Vegas is going to be crazy that night. Vegas is going to be a whole bunch of celebrities going to be out. T-Mobile Arena. Vegas is going to be crazy. You know what? I may have to go take a town. We may have to hit the strip that night. Shit, I don't know about that. We may have to hit that strip. Listen, we may have to hit the strip that night. We get us some. We get our beat shirts. Go hit the strip. You know what I mean? And we can tell people we on iHeart and make stuff happen, dog. Gotta be optimistic. That's the introduction. What's going on, Big Lowe's Hollywood Kev? We're on iHeart. And yeah, exactly. We make something happen. So I don't know, but I'm not. I tell you one thing, I'm not paying $100 for that fight. Oh no, not at all. It's about to be Fire Stick game. Yeah. Let's not incriminate ourselves on this show. We're gonna find a way to watch the fight.
Maybe I'll go mooch off a friend that got more money than me and they bought the fight.
Right,
But I'm not paying $100 for the fight. Period.
But to kind of wrap up this conversation, how do you feel about their comments? The faggot comment and the boy comment.
I explain how I feel about the boy comment. About the faggot comment, I don't like that either, just as much as I don't like boy. You know what I mean? Growing up, I got teased a lot because I have a big butt. I got teased a lot. No, real shit.
I know it is. I didn't mean to laugh, but I just wasn't expecting it.
Real shit. Growing up back home, people would tease me a lot because I had a big butt. They equated me having a big butt to being gay, and they would call me faggot and stuff like that. Now, granted, as a kid, I didn't even know what the hell gay was. I knew I liked the girl that lived next door to me, but I didn't know what being gay was. You know what I mean? Until my mother explained it to me. So hearing stuff like that, I didn't tolerate it. Even when I would see, like growing up in school and stuff like that, I would see somebody arguing with a gay person and they're trying to be disrespectful. I would tell them, hey, yo, chill that shit out because I don't like it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel about it both ways. The boy, I have very deep sentiments about that one. And the faggot, it's just not cool. Like I said, it's just not cool. Even though I said earlier in the show, growing up, my friends joking around, we used to say stuff like that. But even now, we don't say it because we understand that it's not cool. And I don't think nobody want to be called that.
Right. I agree in that stance. I don't think that the comments were racist or homophobic. I think they both were just problematic, especially being in this new generation.
Of sensitivity.
Sensitivity at that.
Yeah, we're going to call it what it is, sensitivity.
They were just really problematic statements, and I feel like this is a reach to kind of put more fuel on the fire.
I agree 100%
You know what I'm saying?
with that.
Because as soon as he said boy, it instantly became a race thing. Instantly. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The fact that we're in a generation to where a monkey wearing a blue vest is automatically equated to the leader of the Black Lives Matter group.
And that shit was so stupid. Like, that shit was so stupid. You mean to tell me you think that highly of yourself, that you think people in Hollywood is paying attention to what you
I'm
wear?
going to be real. I didn't know he existed until all this shit happened. And I didn't know he was known. Why are you still in a Bubble Goose vest anyway? That's the real question.
I mean, I heard of dude. I mean, I'm on Twitter, so I've heard of dude and so on and so forth. First of all, I didn't know he wear a bubble vest. If you wear a vest that much, a blue vest that much, that you feel Hollywood is perfect, you need to change your clothes, bro.
Dude, again, I didn't know who he was. Like, to me, I thought the Black Lives Matter leaders were those three girls, those three women that started it. I remember it was initially about the black LGBTQ community when they were getting killed. That's where like the Say Her Name motion came from. So I thought they were the leaders of Black Lives Matter. I didn't know who dude was prior to this shit happening. Yeah,
I will say that, you know, respectfully, he realized that he was wrong in that case, and he deleted his tweets. He basically fessed up, but he basically owned up to his shit, knew he was wrong, and went for that. I will say that, but everything isn't about race.
Right.
Everything is about race. Yeah, yes, people are racist. We get that. Yes, certain things are, but everything isn't about race. Period. And
unfortunately, around this time, if we could find a reason to call it that, we're gonna call it that.
Yeah,
it's a little more blatant when we know it's about race, like with all these killings with these cops and how people been wilding out since Trump been in office. But calling somebody boy, problematic as fuck, but he's done it before. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like you said, everything isn't about race, and let's just hope for a good fight. That's ultimately all I want from it. If I get a good fight, I feel like I would be pleasantly surprised. If we get a good fight, I will come back here and I will sing the praises of Mayweather versus McGregor.
I'm not even tripping about that fight. I'm ready for my Triple G and Canelo fight.
Even though Canelo about to work Triple G, I'm sorry.
I agree 100% with that. But that's gonna be the fight, and damn all that. I'm ready for. I've been seeing this going around too, and I hope it's true. Bobby Flay versus Gordon Ramsay. I need that.
Oh man, if that happens, that's gonna be too funny. Imagine the promo leading up to that.
I need that. You know, I watch beat Bobby Flay, and I watch these chefs lose time and time again. I'm tired of Bobby Flay winning. Yes, this is showing my age. This is showing me being washed. I don't care. I need that.
That's gonna
Bobby Flay, Gordon Ramsay. I need it.
All right, holla at me. Kev, man, let the people know where they can find you at, bruh.
Same as usual, man. On Twitter, _HollywoodKev. Same on Instagram, _HollywoodKev. Get at me on both platforms, please.
At Big Los UTC. You can find me on Facebook as well. Follow me, don't add me. Make sure y'all follow the Beat Network Twitter page. That's Beat_Network on Twitter. At Beat Network on Instagram. Make sure y'all hit up the website, beatnetworkonline.com, to check out some articles from Ebony as well as Dwayne. Shout out to y'all. I'm definitely going to try to get some articles on there, too. I definitely want to, try to contribute towards that. Of course, beatnetworkonline.com/merch. Make sure y'all get y'all official Beat Network merchandise, including a Noize, unfiltered, unapologetic shirt, or just regular Noize shirt. Or you can get something from like Water for Chocolate. We got some Back to the Classic shirts up there as well. It's a bunch of good product on there that you're more than welcome to take advantage of. To all the iHeart listeners, we appreciate you. We've been seeing the numbers going up. We more than love it and we more than appreciate it. So we thank you for that. You don't leave people with anything.
Nah, man, you got to. Again, we appreciate all the support. We really do. I can't say it as enough how much we appreciate it. Just look out for big things, man. We got some stuff coming.
We got some things coming, man. As always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate the support. And as always, it's Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
It's the Noize.